Well, good morning, folks. Hey, the Old Fisherman back with you. We're on the banks of Lake Monticello this morning, fixing to go fishing. And I'm going to give you a shot of my 3 rig. I got about a 6-inch line from a swivel. Then I got about a 2-foot line going down to another swivel. And then off of the other swivel at the bottom, we got a little short line, probably about 6-8 inches. And then we go down to the last jig. So that's my little 3 rig. We got a swivel at the bottom with 2 lines coming off of one swivel. Then from that swivel up to another swivel. And then off of the bottom of that swivel, we got another little short line. And that's all I do with my 3 rig. Now, I like to double my line when I tie it on my swivel most of the time. Now, I'm using 10-pound test line on that ultralight 3 rig because if you get a nice fish, it's going to break off. And I still have trouble with breakage. Now, on the new jig rig that I'm starting with, I started with a couple days ago, and I'm going to show you this show today of how I go about figuring out, trying to catch these bass with a flutter spoon. I'm using a smaller flutter spoon. It's not as big as the 5 inches, about a 3.5 inch. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm using this Lake Fort, and I'll go up to about, I guess, 18 inches to a swivel. Then I'll go from that swivel up to another swivel about 18 inches. And then I branch off of that top, bottom of that other swivel with my You Got to Love It jig, and I'm using 1/4 ounce heads where I use 3/16 on my ultralight 3 rig. I'm using 1/4 ounce heads with the flutter spoon to give it a little bit more weight. And then I go up to another swivel, and off of that swivel, off the main line of that swivel, I got another swivel that's sliding up and down the main line. That's if I get several at a time, maybe I'll have more of a chance of them not breaking off. Out here in Lake Monticello, if you get on a school of bass and you got 3 jigs out there, let me tell you, you'll get 3 bass on, and 2 of them most of the time break off. Carson went with me the other day. He had 3 nice ones, probably 4 pound apiece, and 2 of them broke off. And most of them broke off when they go up and try to spit it. If one goes up and tries to spit it out and shaking his head, he pops the line. And now I'm using 12-pound test on this one in between, just to give it a little bit more strength. But that this is that beaver tail jig. I'm gonna show you how they hit that beaver tail jig. The perch they're hitting, it's a big old jig. That joke is almost 3 inches long, 2.5 inches, and it's a big old jig with a big old tail. And I'm using a 1/4 ounce head. Hey. And it works, but you got to, I'm going to show you today how I go about trying to figure out presentation, angle, and speed of retrieve on those jigs. But I'm going to give you a close-up shot of my You Got to Love It jig. And all I've done is made a mold with a plaster of Paris. I poured some plaster of Paris in the coffee cup lid, in the lid of a big, it's a jug of coffee. It's about a 1/2 inch deep or so. And then I sunk a gup shrimp, 2-inch gup shrimp in it. But you can see this thing, they all come out different. Some of them's got dimples, some of them don't. They all come out different. But that flat tail allows that jig to swim out. As you drop it, it don't go around in circles. It's kind of glides. And I think that's the key, glide. And I also think you can get too pretty of a jig. This it's rough looking. It was just some white jigs rubber that I melted down and poured in that little plaster of Paris cup in my jig to make my jig. But anyhow, hey, we going out here today and see if we can catch a couple of these doggone fish. Hey, but on yesterday's show, I'm gonna show you how I presentation and what I do to try to figure out how to use something new with this 3 rig and the flutter spoon. Hey, thanks for going with the Old Fisherman. Hey, let's go fishing and drop this thing to the bottom where the big boys lie, and we'll see you. Folks, put the flutter spoon out there, and I got a bite. Let's see what we got on it. We got the flutter spoon out there. We got a load too. Hey, that might be what they want, something bigger. I don't know. We got the 1/4 ounce jig heads on the flutter spoon. Oh Lord, we got 1. We got 2. We got 2. Here's what we got. One of them ain't big enough. One of them is. One of them big enough, one of them is. Ain't. Hey, let's try that again. Throw it back out there. It might be what they want. Something bigger. Put it at a slant. And nothing hit it. Nothing hit it. They're looking at it. Ain't taking it. That's what gets me. You throw it out one time to catch a fish, then they quit. And they're there. They're being hard to deal with today. A lot different than yesterday. There you go. Oh, I had him. He hit it. A lot different. There you go. Maybe they want it reeling, not jiggling. You got to reel it just like I do them other jigs. Try that for a while. Hitting the flutter spoon. That little fish hitting that flutter spoon. Ain't that something? Amazing. I think they're hitting the hair. What they're hitting. Throw it back out. And they wanted it a slant with that flutter spoon. No doubt about that. It actually takes that flutter spoon longer to get down with the heavier jig heads on this rod than it does the ultralight with the regular jigs. All right, there's the bottom. There you go. You hit it. They'll hit that thing wiggling up, but they won't hit it jiggling it. They'll hit it swimming up. There he is, hit it again. There he is again. Good on that time. That's the way they want it. They want it at a 45. That's the way you got to give it to them too. That's why I caught that bass the other day. See that? Flutter spoon. 45. Hey, let's try that again. I like catching them like this. Because you know in the back of your head, eventually you're going to get a big bass. It's going to happen. You keep swimming that flutter spoon up and down, sooner or later, bass is going to nail it. You count them. All right, let's get it down. There's the bottom. Let's reel it. And get one that time. Drop back down. And they don't want a fast retrieve like they do in Lake Murray. Because I think bass wants a slower retrieve anyhow. Them stripers is wide open in Lake Murray. They want it fast. There was a bite right there. There he is. That's a bass. That's a bass. He nailed it. That's a bass. That's a bass. I can guarantee you that's a bass. A big one too. That's a big one. He thumped it. He thumped that flutter spoon. I told you that was a matter of time before a bass took that flutter spoon. And he nailed it. He nailed it, people. He nailed it. That's a good one. That's a jumbo magnum right there. Huh? I got him on the big rod. He's pulling like crazy. Huh? What? That's a big one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Oh yeah. Lord have mercy. Get the bass is actually on the doggone you got to love it jig. No, he's on that red bug beaver tail. Bass is on the beaver tail. Hey, we got a perch and a bass. And he got nothing on the spoon. Ain't that something? I just knew I caught him on that spoon. Huh, I just knew it. Look at that. Oh my. Boy, he thumped it, didn't he? Hit that doggone beaver tail jig. What he hit? beaver tail jig. Yeah. Look at people. Look what the Old Fisherman just got. A super dog magnum bass and a nice perch. You got to love that. Huh? You got to love that. I ain't throw that bass back right now. I think I'm gonna put him in the live well. I ain't got nothing in the live well. He'll stay alive the other day. I put one in there. Do it back after we finish. And he was really hooked. And I'm gonna lay him in here. And maybe we can get a picture. Maybe I catch a couple more. We can get a picture and then throw him back. Alright. Like I say, maybe we can get a picture of them. I get a couple of them and then throw them back on camera. Boy, he thumped it. I'd have bet you money I had him on this flutter spoon, but I didn't. Had him on the darn jig. Can you believe that? Hey, let's throw it back out. See if we get another. I love the anticipation of maybe having a big bass on that spoon. I like to do things different and try to figure different things out, and when it works, I like to have it on camera. All right, 34 foot is where we at now. I think it's important to take this thing off a spot lock and pull this boat at a slant. I think they want that spoon at a slant. And them jigs, to be honest with you, anything at a slant. They don't want it straight up and down. They want it at a slant. There he is again. Got another. Look at that. Got another, but he ain't no bass, I don't think. I ain't sure. I ain't sure. He's coming up. He's coming up. Big old perch. Look at that. Big old 1/4 ounce head with that doggone same jig I caught the bass on. Caught a big old perch. Red bug, beaver tail jig. All right, throw it back out. Hey, we're finally figuring something out, I think, with the bigger rod. Get my little slant, different angles, see what we can get. Sooner or later, we're gonna get some more bass, I hope. Sooner or later, we get some more bass. All right, we're in 36 foot of water, and I'm letting my line down behind the boat. And now, I'm gonna retrieve that sucker in at a 45. What I'm gonna do? See ya. There he is. See how it works? That's how it works, people. Another way of catching them with the bigger rod. And maybe catch bigger fish. But hey, we still ain't catching nothing but perch right now. I thought I was gonna get more bass. But we got one on the You Got to Love It jig and one on that big old beaver tail red bug jig with a 1/4 ounce head. Big old head. Big old jig. That jig is big. I'll show you what we catch them on. See that beaver tail jig right there? That's a big old jig with a big old head. And of course, You Got to Love It jig, if I can get it up there. You Got to Love It jig right there. Homemade. It's ugly as the devil. Hey, listen. All these jig companies try to make things too pretty. A real beautiful looking, perfect color jig, that You Got to Love It jig's got dimples in it. That thing comes out different every time. And I swear to tell you, they bite it. It's because it looks like a creature instead of a slick, perfect minnow. A creature. Something that might be dying from being deformed. I'm thinking they make jigs too perfect. I think they ought to have deformed jigs, but still running straight. That's important. Something looks like something wrong with him. Hey, look at that. Oh, we had another. We had another. Had another. All right, now we're getting too deep. I didn't put it on spot like I thought I did. I've been pushed way off where I was at. Way off. Got to go back. I'm out here 40 foot now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reel it up, check my jig. Okay? Give you an example. Uh-oh, he pulled my beaver tail down, see? That ain't good. Pulled the beaver tail down. So we got to fix beaver tail. We got to fix beaver tail. Alright. Now there's beaver tail. He's fixed and ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this thing, and I don't want to drop it down on top of itself. I want to slant the line as I'm dropping it, because you got three things there to tangle up. So you're slanting, I'm pulling the line and slanting it, and as it go down, keep a little tension on it. That way it keeps the jig separated. Now I'm seeing something that looks like bass right there. If that is, we might catch one on this draw. I'm going to pull up about 10 yards. We're going to bring this thing up at a 45 right through them fish I just see on my finder. Okay, and I think some of them bass. They're too big of hooks. All right, once he gets down at the 45 angle, maybe a little bit more than 45. Might be more than 45. But anyhow, hey, once he gets down to the bottom, we're going to start swimming that sucker up the hill. There he is, already. See that? Look at that, already. I had a nut and I think he got off. There's nothing. There's a nothing. There's a nothing. Oh yeah, there's a nothing. Well, I think we got three now. I think we got three now. Oh my, we got something heavyweight on the, huh? We got something heavyweight on the, it's a bass. On the flutter spoon, it's a bass. On the flutter spoon, and I ain't got no more room to pull. It's a bass, he spit it out. Doggone it, I knew he was gonna do that. 4-pound bass on the flutter spoon. Maybe not quite 4, about 3. Hey, but he hit that thing coming up, and I knew that's what that flutter spoon was going to do. I told you it was bass, I think. I'd done so many jigs there, I couldn't pull any more line to get tension on him. I knew he was going to spit. I try to keep the rod down in the water when they go to spit. They'll spit it out every time. That's okay. We're going to turn him loose anyhow, but I hate he got off because it might run the rest of them off. A lot of times it does that. That's why I put them in the live well temporarily. Okay, I'm gonna drop it down. We're putting the 45 on it again. We out a little deep though. I done pushed back. Might not get one this time. We need to get right where it starts dropping off. Okay, there's the bottom. See if we can get another to bite it. Probably not. There he is. There he is. Oh Lord, he got off. He hit it. He hit it. Oh, gone it. All right, let's pull the boat a little bit. Let it go back down. It's all about working this boat and working this rod right angle. That's what it's about. Okay, we're letting it go down now. Teaching. Okay, now we'll start pulling it. There he is. Already hit it. Missed it. There he is again. There he is again. They hitting the darn thing. Ain't taking it. I might have some. I don't know what I got. I think I might have a little one on the acting funny. Yeah, we got a little one. We got a little one on the flutter spoon. I was wondering what in the world. Okay. Hey, let's try this again. This is getting fun. Hey, drop it down to the bottom where the big boys lie. Oh my God. I wish I had a shot of that camera. I can't get back and get it to show you, but it is plumb loaded. It is fish everywhere out there, 38 foot. When I get this thing down, I'm dropping it down where I seen the fish and I'm pulling the boat up. So the line's going down back there where I seen the fish. When I go to pull, it's gonna go slanting right in front of their faces. And there is no way that they're gonna be able to stand up. I'm telling you, no way. This is what you call fine tuning fishing. Okay? Right there's the bottom, watch this. Uh-oh, what happened? I ain't believing this. I ain't believing I ain't get a bite there. What will happen? We had fish all under there. I should have got one as soon as I went to take it up. Didn't they? Yes. Hey, yes. Hey, yes. Hey, yes. Ain't no big one though. I don't think. Oh yeah. He's big enough. Got him on that big old beaver tail. Red bug, beaver tail. Pretty jig. Pretty jig. Okay, let's drop back down. Drop back down. We're catching them a different way. Instead of, I could be catching them on that ultralight, but hey, I'm having fun projecting. and experimenting right here now. That's what we're doing. I could probably catch them 3 at a time, but I want to see if I can catch me a couple of big bass. Done caught one, had nothing on, and a little small time there. So hey, I know it works, and I know there's more bass out there to be caught too. Now that flutter spoon starts wiggling up through the, especially when a daggone perch gets on one of them jigs. He ought to hit that flutter spoon, I'm thinking. And I might not even be working it right for the bass. I don't know. I'm projecting. I'm experimenting. Trying different retrieves. We done got 40 foot. What happened? I done pulled too far. We need to go back that way. I lost my focus of where I was at, and I done pulled off the fish. We need to go back the other way. I keep pulling, so I'm getting off the hump. I need to go back the other way. You got a long point that falls off on each side. What I'm doing is I'm working across the crown of the point. 41 foot's a little deep for right now. I ain't saying there ain't no fish out there 41 foot. I'm saying I'm catching most of mine between 30 and 38. And I'm going to work back down here and in. Y'all bear with me. It's a little bit different approach. And ain't catch them quite 3 at a time. Might not catch no more. Might have to put the 3 rig out there with the jigs. Got off of them. Don't see them. We got to get back up on this hump. We got off the side of the ridge. They up there laying on top of the ridge is what happened. No question. Get my bearings. Get my bearings. All right, 38. Let's get on up here. 38.5, 38.3. Get up here on the top of this thing and work it back out again. $37. It's really not a sharp dropping point. It's a long winding point. 36. 36. But I think it's probably fish laying all over this thing, and you don't see them until you stop on them and start reeling these jigs up, these spoons. That's when you see them. 35. Let's stop right here at 35 and see if we can make one bite it. Alright, I don't see a thing. 34 foot, nothing. But that don't mean nothing. Them jokers could be laying right there and be right over there. When I start pulling this spoon up, they might show up. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. So let's see. Let's see if we can stir them up off that bottom and get them in a feed. If you can picture an underwater hump with fish laying all over, that's what's on there. And until they stir up, you ain't going to know they're there. Okay? See if we can stir them up. There you go. That was a bite. So see, that's what I tell you. Didn't see nothing. Now I'm starting to see a couple. Watch this. Watch it. Watch him take it now. Oh, didn't get him that time. Drop back down. We might have to throw that 3 rig out there, the ultralight. Like I say, I'm working on something new. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm being observant of what happens when I get a bite, what angle. There was a bite right there. What angle I am. And there he is. They hit it, but they ain't taking it. They're hitting that dog. There he is. He thumped it that time. That's a bass. That's a bass. That's a bass. That's a, well, maybe not. Don't know. It might just be a perch. That's a big old perch. He thumped it that time. Got him on the You Got to Love It jig. Okay? Now, put it back out there. Hey, this is fun, ain't it? I'm having fun. I know y'all got to be having fun watching me experiment. Hey. Y'all watching it while it's happening live. What better show can you get than that? Live, real-time action. A man learning something new. That's what I do. That's why I stay on top of my game. I don't just get set in a way and keep doing it, which I might do things over and over, but you can bet you in between films I'm trying something different. And right now we're trying it on film. Not that time. Right now we're trying it on film, not off film. A lot of times I'll try something different off film. I tried this the other day, caught a bass on it right off the bat like this. And didn't get to really try it that much the next day. Didn't catch no bass. Now, trying again, and we've had 2 bass on, one on the flutter spoon, one on that big beaver tail jig. There he is. He thumped it. He thumped it. He thumped it. He thumped it. Alright, he thumped it. Alright, he's on the flutter spoon, but he's a perch. Look at that. Nice perch on the flutter spoon. Alright. Alright, people. I can figure out what I got here. There he goes. Hey, get it back down there. Get it back down there. Boy, that flutter spoon, you see that joker wiggling and light flashing all the way down for about 5-10 feet down before it disappears. You know they got to light that. That's got to stir something up. All right, right there's some hooks. Them could be bass, 36 foot. Them could be bass. Them old bass lay down there a lot of times. They won't hit till something ignites them. Something puts them in that mood. Well, I'm hoping this 3 rig with that flutter spoon in the back puts them in that mood. All right, let's see what we got here. There he is. Oh, Lord, he nailed it. He nailed it. I missed it. He nailed it. All right, let's try it again. All right. Hey, gone! I jerked my shoulder out. What? Them jokers. There he is, hit it way up yonder. Holding it up. There he goes. I'm not catching but one at a time with this rig, though. That's the only thing. I'm trying to catch a bass, and I'm not catching but one perch at a time. We'll try the 3 rig in a minute with the ultralight, but that's a bunch of fish down there. 36 foot's where they at. Uh-oh, got another boat coming. That ain't good. That ain't good. Somebody trying to get my spot. See where I'm at. Oh, Lordy. All right, let's drop it down. Let's drop it down. To the bottom, where the big boys lie. Okay, there's the bottom. Let's see what we can do. There he is. Already got him. As soon as he hit the bottom, doesn't. Oh, one broke off. We just had something break off. He broke off or got off. I don't know how he could have broke off, but he did. He took my doggone paddle tail jig. That was a bass. I don't know why he broke off. That joke, I had it sliding up and down the line, and it still broke. Oh my. I'm gonna drop it down to just these 2 on. That was a bass, no doubt. He broke it off. And wasn't 2 on. I don't understand that. I must have this weak place in my line. I swear to goodness. That don't make you mad. Now I ain't got but 1 jig, and it's the You Got to Love It jig on the. Oh, gone. They're hitting that paddle tail. A beaver tail, rather. Big old jig. Let's see if we can get one without the beaver tail before I have to go to tying. Tell you what. There you go. Oh, there was a bite. There was a bite. Another bite. Oh man, I hate I lost my beaver tail jig. I ain't got many of them babies neither. I ain't got many of them babies. I got some different color, but I ain't got many red bugs. They hitting it. Ain't taking it. Oh man, I ain't too sure I don't need to put 2 beaver tail jigs on 2 different colors. I got some of them different colors that might take that I ain't even tried. So once I decided to go to tying again, they ain't hitting it now. Ain't got used to it. I think they're hitting that darn beaver tail better than any of them. That's what I think. Got to let y'all go till I get retired. I've lost my confidence, see. Losing one jig, lost my confidence. And it's made it a 1/4 ounce lighter too. So I'm got to get my ducks back in a row. I'm gonna pull it one more time before I let y'all go. See if we can get one that bite it one more time. There he is. He's biting it, but they ain't taking it. There he is again. There he is. Got him that time. Got him that time. Got him that time. There goes a nutting, I believe. I believe I got a nutting. No, we ain't got but one. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all go right quick on that one, and I got to regroup. Be right back with you. Hey folks, we moved to where we caught them yesterday. The wind's coming down. I'm thinking we'll be able to catch a few out here. Hopefully. Been kind of slow this morning. Hey, but we're gonna give it another shot right here before we go home. About 10 o'clock, 1/4 till. It's about the time I like to pull in here. So let's see if we can catch some right quick before 12. There was a bite right there. There's another bite. There's some down there. Another bite. There he is. Got him that time. Hey, I believe they're here. I believe they're here. I believe they are here. Oh my. I mean, nice ones too, buddy. Good ones. Look at the side of that one. Only you got to love it, jig. And the slider jig. Got the blue and chartreuse slider jig. And my you got to love it creamy looking jig on. Got two you got to love it's on. One of them's up here at the top, but it's all tangled up, doggone it. It needs to be reworked. It needs to be reworked. Let's see if we can get it back up there right. Crooked. I don't want it crooked. I ain't gonna have it crooked. That's better. Hey, let's drop it back out and see if we get a nutting. See if we can get a nutting. 34 foot of water right here on a little ridge. All right, there's the bottom. See if we can get a bite. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. See if we get a nutting. There goes the second one. There goes the second one. There goes the second one. Hey, dang. Joker's pulling. I mean some good ones. I mean some jumbos, buddy. Ain't two nice ones though. Hey, you gotta love jumbos. That's what they are. Fillet perch. Drop back down to the bottom where the big boys lie. We stopped over at another place where they caught a few, but nothing great. So, hey, maybe they're gonna be over here. Sometimes in the middle of the day, they're at different places. I've noticed these fish early in the morning, they might not be here, but on up into the day, I guess when they start pulling water, they'll get here. And you got to come up here in the mid-morning to find out if they're here. A lot of times you stop out here in the morning early and don't catch nothing. But come out here mid-morning and tear them up. It's amazing to me. That's the way it is. They're at certain places at certain times and biting at each one of them differently. Now, we caught them couple. I don't see them like I did. And that happens a lot too. Tear them up and they quit. Especially the more you fish at them. The more you fish a spot, been there a couple of days straight, they get like this. They get immune to you. And that might be what just happened. We caught them big time in here yesterday. We might be done kind of spooked them out. Had to catch a couple. That ain't a good sign. They left. They sure did. They were there and they left. And they were good ones too. Y'all seen that. Hey, but we'll get back on them. They out here somewhere. We got to move around. Surprise them again. That bunch of them moved from where we was at. And no doubt, I don't even see them. It was like they were everywhere, and then by the time I took the fish off, they were gone. And that's kind of the way they was doing at the other place. Catch a couple, and that was it. So I believe they're a little off this morning. They ain't in there. That was a bite. They ain't in their feed like they ought to be. I have to move out a little deeper. I ain't doing it. Let's tap on the boat, see if that'll bring them in. I don't know if that's helping or not. I don't see nothing. Oh, there it is. There he is. Now it's stirring up. When I go to bring that fish up, that's when they stir up. There they go. That's two. Hey, that's two. That's three. Maybe. We got them all up under us now. They might have been coming to that tapping. Look at that. 3 at a time. I'm tapping the boat. Y'all seen that? Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. 3 at a time. Come here. Come here. All right, put it back out there. All right, drop it to the bottom where the big boys lie. I see them, but they ain't taking. They there. Let's circle this boat a little bit. Let's put the circle swing on them. They can't stand the circle swing. Put that joke at about 2 or 3 and circle swing it. See if one will take it. There he is. Oh, Lord, I missed him. He hit it. He hit it. No doubt. Uh-oh. Hey, oh man. Only hitting and missing now. Hey, doggone it. Hitting and missing. There he is. Boy, he thumped it. He thumped it. There goes a nutting. There goes a nutting. And there goes a nutting. I believe we might have 3. I believe we might have 3. Oh yeah. We got 3 more. Look at him. Look at him. Oh gosh. One got off right in the boat. Quick release. Come here, boy. Quick release. Quick release. Yes, put them back out there while we got them going. Come here, boy. Come here. All right, put it down there. We're supposed to have some bad storms coming in again tonight. Tell you what, it's been rough here lately. Bad weather. There he is. There he is. There he goes. There he goes. Uh-oh, one got off. One just got out, and I done got it too high to get another. Oh, we got one. No, we got 2. Uh-oh, we had 2. Darn, he broke off. What? Broke my jig off. Now you believe that? Doggone it. I'm gonna have to pick up the other rod. It broke my jig off. That gill plate probably cut it. I'm gonna tell you something, people. That gill plate will cut them jigs off. I swan it. Hey, we we're trying something different. I got a little small flutter spoon on here, Lake Fork flutter spoon. I think it's 3.5 inches. And I got 2 jigs above it. We're trying to see if we can catch some bigger fish, maybe some old bass with the flutter spoon, 2 jigs above it combination. Something new I'm trying. We're letting it to the bottom in a 45 and just reeling it up slow and see if we want to bite it. See it? They'll bite. Hey, they bite it. They bite it. So we're gonna try to fish a different way for a little bit with a bigger rod. With a flutter spoon at the bottom and 2 jigs above it, with 1/4 ounce heads, bigger heads. Trying something different. Experiment a little bit today. Experiment. There he is. There he is. Hey, there he is. Hey, that's a good one. That might be a bass. I believe we got a bass on. I believe we got a bass on. That's what I figured they would bite. Maybe we got a bass on a spoon. I don't know. We got something nice, I can tell you that. It's coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. He's on the spoon. He's on the spoon. He's on the spoon. He's on the flutter spoon. Flutter spoon, Lake Monticello. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Flutter spoon. Lake Fork. Let me put the spot lock on. Hey, just another way to catching them. And I got to thinking, I said, let's try something different. You know, I'm always like to experiment. And I'm going to show you what we got. Look here. Look at that bass. Look what I got him on. Flutter spoon. I got a jig above it with a swivel, and then we got another jig above that on a swivel. So we got a 3 rig with the flutter spoon. First stop this morning, I threw the old 3 rig out with the flutter spoon, and we done got a nice fish on. I don't know if it's a bass or a catfish, but I was kind of trolling along and we got a good fish on. I mean, a real good one. Hey, back on Lake Monticello is a largemouth. First drop with a spoon. Largemouth. I was kind of pulling it, he nailed it. First drop with a spoon today. And he's a good one. He's a real good one. Huh? He's a real good one. Might have more than one the way they're acting. I think I got 2. Acting funny. I think we got 2. I think we got 2 here. That's what I think. Oh Lord. We got 2. Acting too funny. I believe I got 2 largemouth on it one time. Oh yeah. I know I got one big one. I can see one. We got that one. And there's another on there too. Huh? There's another on there. Largemouth. One time. I don't know how I'm gonna get him. He's on the flutter spoon. And he's a big one. We're gonna have to. Oh Lord. Udden got off. Golly, I got a mess. I got a mess. I'm gonna have to get the bottom one first. Somehow, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. We got this one. Udden's still on. We got both of them. 2 largemouth at one time on that flutter spoon. Oh my goodness. What? Oh my goodness. I'm out. First fish of the day, people. First fish of the day. And we got 2 super dog jumbo magnums at one time. One of them's on the red bug beaver tail. One's on a red bug beaver tail, and the other one is on the flutter spoon, people. You got to love it. The Old Fisherman that's hooked up on 2 all of a sudden here this morning. Oh my! Oh my! I mean, 2 good ones. Right off the bat. Huh? Look at him. Look what the Old Fisherman just caught one time. 2 Monticello jumbo magnums, and you have got to love it. Look at that.